Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin. The Irish Spaghetti Podcast. Like and subscribe. Please enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. We're your hosts, Billy G, Nikki P. Nick, how are you?
Never better in all of my days.
Nick,
We're running classic, baby.
Yeah, running classic.
Look at it.
Classic with a new few twists. I mean, look around, brother. Look at what we did. Come on, pound that shit.
Wow.
Man. Yeah. Oh, the upgrades. You know what's so funny is like how
so
many
happy.
times that we got on that camera at the beginning of the episode, we're like, we're gonna get some new upgrades. We're gonna get some new upgrades. Well, now you're looking at it.
Can I just say first and foremost, thank all of you who have bared with us,
Yeah.
if you will, throughout this process.
Absolutely.
We still have a couple of things to tweak, but as you can see, we've come miles since we started doing the upgrades. We're running with our old mixing board and our old two mic setup because the sound quality is so much better. The new mixing board that we bought, it didn't really mix the sound as well as we would like. So on Tuesday, I should have a brand new, even better mixing board. They'll be able to take calls. We'll add that feature to the show as well, be able to have guests, et cetera, et cetera. But for now, we got the L-shaped desk. We got our new chairs. We have our new posters. If you can see at the top left and top right, we got Tropic Thunder. We have Young Frankenstein, our old movie posters. TV's back to full picture as far as the poster goes. And so hopefully we can do everything with high quality from here on out. But again, thank you guys very, very much. We wanted to come back to you with just a classic two-man show. Billy and Pringles and Gorman.
Come on, baby.
Billy G, Nikki P classic.
Yeah.
Here we are. We're very excited.
And definitely some consistency too, like some weekly shows, dishing these babies out like we used to.
Weekly shows.
I'm telling you, for the record, man, like what it's been through, like trying to get all this. We didn't just like sit on our hands and like, okay, well, hopefully this all comes. It was working and raising money to get this and get that.
We've been working hard,
and this is the fruits of our labor paying off, man. Looks
we
fucking
just
beautiful.
we don't.
This guy
want you...
learned a degree in electronics or what?
I have
what do you call that? Yeah,
audio engineering. I have 5 books in my Amazon cart that I have to buy. They're like $50 each. So I've just realized this is just part of what it's going to be. Until we have the money to hire like an audio tech, someone that can actually do this for us, I'm going to need to keep growing and learning these things. So I'm going to have to put myself through like basically a college course. But we've come a long way since then. And we want to let you know that like we're not fading out. We're going to come back. We're going to be putting out 2 shows a week. Once we have the quality dialed in like it is right now with the 4 mics, you're going to be seeing that all the time. And we're just going to be pumping content out again like we used to. So good times are coming, man. Thank you guys again. We're very excited to be back, just us. What do we have on the docket? Billy.
Well, you know what I want to tell you too.
What's
is
up?
Like, all right, we were kind of like watching like some clips before the show. Ryan Rivera and Gavin MccInnes.
Oh.
You have a whole new like
perspective on this.
Yeah.
All right, so for all of our O&A fans that have subscribed to our channel since we did that last bit, if you will, you guys know what we're talking about probably. So Gavin MccInnes and Ryan have gotten into an argument over how much he should be paid or shouldn't be paid. And listening to Ryan talk, my heart goes out to this man. I understand his value. So he's talking about how he basically had to learn all this expansive knowledge on like audio production and all the stuff that I'm just talking about right now, and how he feels he should be more valuable and get his raises, and how they had like a handshake deal before they started about what he would be worth, and he would get like part ownership in the company. Gavin hasn't made good on this, and he feels like he's being underpaid, and I have to say he is. Gavin MccInnes, I love him, man. He's a great dude, but on this one, you're wrong, buddy, 100%. I hope that you understand the value of that man. Not only do you have a guy who's a good friend, who also has camera chops and is funny, does impressions, genuine sense of humor and acumen for being on a radio show, but he also has the self-starterishness to put himself through all that, learn the things that needed to be learned, and took your program to a whole new level. So let's put it like this. If you want to save money by not paying him, you're not. He's going to walk out the door. You're going to have to hire someone else who's going to request far more money than he is, and they're not going to have the talent or the chops to sit next to you and do the show at the same caliber that you're used to. Don't make that mistake, man. Pay him. Pay him and say thank you. That guy's killing him. I promise you. It's a lot harder than you realize, man.
Their relationship is so dynamic too. Like the way that those two are together in a room together is like really funny. This was how it even got brought up is I think that Ryan's wife told him that they need to be making more money because I guess he was working a lot. I guess he was working around the clock.
There's no doubt he's killing himself.
And I guess when he had brought it up to him, I guess the figure, I don't know if he just like spat it out or Gavin said give him a number, but he said $100,000 a year, and I guess Gavin was like, like, stop, shut up, shut the fuck up. It's not happening. And it was like bad. And I think he really took that to heart.
Well, not for nothing. If
His
you're going
own-
to have him producing your show full time, that's not even remotely an unreasonable number. It's not.
This was the only, like, and believe me, I assure you, I know how important
Anthony
Ryan
was
is.
paying
Absolutely
Dave
love
Landau
Ryan.
that, and he wasn't producing the
He was
show.
only a co-host.
Yeah, he was just a co.
paying an entire
So now you have a guy who's a co-host and an audio tech at the same. It's two jobs in one. You're paying a
Absolutely.
talent and a technical advisor, if you will.
This was the only thing that kind of made sense to me, like that on for Gavin. Like, I try to be biased, right?
No. Tell me both sides. What do you think?
The only thing that made sense to me is Gavin's like, how many hours of work? How many hours a week do you work? And Ryan said about 20. So he's only working 20 hours a week to be making $100,000.
That doesn't mean shit.
Got it. The talent
It doesn't mean
weighs
anything.
everything, and I completely understand that. But I guess that's the only thing.
So
you know
what? So
I
if you
mean?
hire someone else, they're going to be working more hours?
No, probably not.
So,
right?
but they're going to
'Cause
request more salary, right?
Yeah.
So it's the market rate for that job. It just is what it is. It's
Yeah.
an esoteric field. Not a lot of people can do it. And also, like I said, you have the combination of someone who's doing audio tech work, audio engineering,
Professions.
and the talent on top of that. That's a rare combination.
Yeah,
It's a rare combination, buddy.
And he's funny, dude.
He's hilarious.
Yeah,
He's fucking
he
great.
really
And they have
is.
a real friendship and a relationship. Don't be cheap. Again, Anthony was paying Dave Landau $100,000 a year just to sit next to him. And by the way, they're the greatest comedy podcast duo of all time, in my opinion. Best ever. But it's not the point. The point is he didn't even have to do all that technical stuff. And also, he's saying he's only working 20 hours a week at the show in his room. I guarantee you, just like I've had to do, I guarantee you there is countless unseen hours of troubleshooting, research, learning, reading, trial and error, running tests, all the shit in the background that none of you guys see, which I didn't even know existed until we started doing this. It is a colossal undertaking.
Well, he hosts the live shows too, and I think he was only getting paid $100. We've seen the live shows. Right now, they're here. Right now, they're in our city right now.
It was
doing
great the last time we went.
Tour. We did the last one. I forgot whatever the name of it was, but the last one we went to, Ryan hosted the whole thing. He dressed up like Trump. He did all that. I think he only made $100 for that show.
That was the other thing too when we were listening to it. He wanted the $100 stipend for when he was traveling, so he has like money for like food on the plane or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And even that was a battle. Not for nothing, man.
What's $100?
Dude, Gavin is the creator
Yeah.
of Vice News. He's rich. He has money coming out of his fucking ears and asshole.
Yeah.
Give the guy $100. If he asked me for $100, I would give it to him just for asking. Even if he didn't tell me what it was for, it's $100. That's not even a lot to me, and I don't make that much money. It's nothing.
It might be
$100, the new 20.
It might be really
Thanks,
bothering
Biden.
him that he's had him so cheap for so many years that like he almost got privy to it, and now it just
Why?
No, I know. Believe me, I know. I listen. I'm not some like step on everybody businessman
No.
where it would bother me. I'd go, yeah, you know what? I think you do. I'm believe me. I'm empathetic towards that. I would completely give it his money.
If you were Gavin, how would you feel? Genuinely.
If I was, I don't. How do you? See, I can only think how
Well-
I think I would give him his money immediately.
For
Say,
the
you're
asking.
definitely- yeah.
But how about this though? Would it occur to you to bump up his pay on your own without him even asking?
not
Because
even
for me, it
asking.
would. Yeah, man.
Dude, honestly,
Yeah.
I would be happy to go to him and go, dude, we're making so much money right
Dude,
now.
look what we've done together.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, dude.
Like Censored TV is bringing in like new subscribers every day. You're a part of this. You've done great. I would be
And a
happy to
personal
bring
friend.
that to him. But I don't know what it is to be Gavin MccInnes. Like the way
Well,
his mindset works. If he's like,
No
if,
one's
you know,
perfect. He
yeah.
obviously has like a little bit of a cheap bent to him.
Absolutely.
Doesn't he openly admits he was talking about? He's like, you openly admit that you're a cheap Scot.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's like, yes, I am. So he knows that about himself. It's like, dude. So knowing that about yourself and understanding the situation that's around you, like,
Yeah.
also it's a personal friend. Can't you bend a little bit here?
Yeah.
So, look, I'll give you guys a little bit of background information on Billy here and myself. We made a handshake deal that we go 50-50 right down the middle from start to finish. Does not matter
Everything.
what happens.
Yeah.
Costs and revenue. If we ever make money, it's 50-50. Whatever we buy, 50-50. And I trust this man 100%. We are not going to be Gavin and Ryan. That's not going to be a problem for us in general. What's so hard about that? If this thing blows up and we're making whatever, say if we start making like real money doing this,
Millions.
you think, let's say we make $2 million in 1 year. You think I'm upset about taking my million? I need it to be 1.5.
Yeah.
Do I really need that? I need to screw over one of my best friends, someone to help me go on this journey. I have loyalty. We have heart with each other. I'm going to fucking undermine all that to keep a couple of extra bucks? Come on, Gavin. Yeah, I know you're a good guy. I know Gavin's a good guy. This is a weird thing he's got going on here.
We've seen this so many too with like bands and stuff like that. Like
He's gonna shit on me when he sees this.
Yeah. Oh my god, could you imagine?
You're more than welcome to come on the show.
Yeah. Please come on. Could you imagine? him on talking about it. Why not?
Yeah, 100%. I would love to hear his take. He's a super rational and intelligent guy. So I don't think that this is not a hate moment on Gavin. I just think that he's a little bit off on this one. That's all.
He's something else, man. But I heard that, and it's funny because like a lot of people feel the same way we do. I was reading the comments, and it was one-sided. And
it was all Ryan.
He tried to go on there. He tried to go on there and say, "Okay, so he's like, it's about 50-50."
My ass.
Like, no, bullshit. I read the comments. It was not. It's 100%. Give Ryan his money.
Even oh shit. Hold on. Let me fix that. I forgot. We had that post.
Just press it.
Yeah, we had that poster up for so long that the screensaver just turned. I forgot to actually do that before the show. But yeah, it's not 50-50 even remotely. I might have to put the password back in. Do you want to? I got you. Do you want to set up the so it's not 50-50 even fucking remotely. But the weird thing was on the clip that Billy was showing me after Ryan was explaining his side, Gavin goes, "You guys can see what's going on here." Like he had him like dead to rights.
Yeah.
No, we can see what's going on here.
It's
you cheap Scottish fuck.
Yeah, it's funny.
Love you, Gavin.
He knows, and as smart as he is, he knows, dude. You couldn't just, you know what I mean, turn around and, you know, look that cheap and expect people to be okay with it. Everybody knows that kid has a likability to him too, as well. You know what I mean?
You know what actually happened here?
What happened?
We didn't plug in the house.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's an issue, man.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Tell you guys what's on the docket next anyway. I'll get it set up so when he comes back here. This morning I woke up, it was all over the news. Danny Masterson has been sentenced to 30 years. I went on Twitter and kind of like, you know, saw what people's reactions were and stuff like that. It's either one extreme or the other. A lot of people say that it wasn't harsh enough. Some people are saying, you know, it's too harsh. I mean, 30 years is a long time. I think sometimes people's judgments get clouded by, you know, it's the guy from That 70s Show. So you automatically, like if it was just some random dude and he got 30 years for a rape and you've never heard of this guy before, it's a lot easier to go, yeah, he deserved it. Of course he did. But it's like, oh, it's that guy from That 70s Show. So automatically people are like, whoa, you know, this is a lot. I don't know, man.
I want to know the nature of the rape that you were talking about before. Like, did he hit a girl in the back of the head with a brick and like drag her into an alley somewhere, or was it like he just pressured her? Like
it was the celebrity status mixed with the pressure. It's like,
all right, so you're like, how would you apply that pressure? Are you going like, I'll get you into the business? Like, what's your angle?
I think it's like you're talking to her and she knows who you are and she might be talking about like, you know, like what was it like, you know, doing that, or, you know, what was Ashton Kutcher like, or when did you guys start, or this, that. And then it gets to a point in the night where you've probably been drinking and, you know, and he starts getting closer and maybe like puts his hand up her dress or something like that. And then, I mean, you know, honestly, God, man, I swear I've been around situations like this where it's like a girl is obviously not cool with it. And you know, there's some uncomfortable situation, and then I've seen other things where, you know, I don't know, maybe the girl's a little drunk and she's like okay with it, and then the regret later. There's so many stipulations to these type of situations where it's like fucking really hard to say, oh, you know, obviously this person's wrong, or obviously she's a victim in the matter. It's hard. It's hard to judge these things, but I could tell you this. If he got close to her and he was like really pushing up to her, really pushy, and was like, come on, we're gonna do this, and she was like, no, stop, and like even giggling, because sometimes they're giggling and it's a no, and it's that uncomfortable, like, no, stop, and if like you're like, he's like, come on,
just give me a little,
exactly,
like that, one of those,
just dip the ball in.
Like he's aggressively dunk those nuts in there, the old dunkaroo.
But goddamn, it's like, but I don't know. But now keep in mind, this happened twice.
I think he's guilty. I think on this one, he's 10,000% guilty.
Yeah, and his lawyers now, as friends, his attorneys had asked Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis to write character statements for him, and they did. They obliged, and that's perfectly fine.
The right thing to do.
I mean, you're definitely gonna do it. You're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna put in a statement like, this bitch is obviously lying. You're just gonna write, listen, I've known this guy for a lot of years. I've seen a lot of kind moments from him. I'm not, you know,
he told the truth. Like, you're not gonna highlight one side or the other.
Exactly.
If Hitler was nice to me at a gas station, I didn't know who he was. And like, It's Hitler. Like, what do you have to say about him? I'm like, hey man, he let me borrow $5.
Exactly.
Like, that's what happened. I'm not defending him. I'm just telling you what happened as my experience with him. Not saying he's good or bad. Like, obviously he's bad. But.
I'd say he let me borrow 5 or 6 million.
That number is debatable. No, I'm kidding. Norm Macdonald. Yeah, he's a Holocaust denier. I loved it when he always accused his co-host of fucking Holocaust denying.
It was so funny, dude. God, he was so funny. But
wait, so what's his name?
Danny Masterson.
Danny Masterson. So,
from that 70 show.
but so I'm trying to picture how this goes, right? So you're in the room, the hotel room, or whatever the fuck it is, with the girls, and he's like, "Do you know who I am?" And she's like, "Kind of."
Yeah.
Like, it's not that famous. He's not he's not like Cosby famous. Also, by the way, Cosby, who was the most prolific serial rapist that has ever been found out, at least. They dropped all the charges. So apparently all he really needs to do is just become more famous and he'll end up fine.
Exactly.
That's outrageous. You were making this point outside. Like, I just wanted to be the same across the board.
Exactly. Listen, I'm okay with stringing these guys up by their privates from a tree and chopping them off. I'm okay with that. But let's get it straight. Let's get it flattened.
Can we have standards?
Yeah. And we have
too much to ask.
Somebody had posted on Twitter, they posted this black kid that got 180 days for raping a girl. He had ran her down in the park and actually raped her. I guess the judge said that he had mental issues, so she gave him 180 days. And then Danny Masterson gets 30 years. Now,
mental issues, I would take that into consideration.
Looking at it like a black and white thing.
I am Sam.
I know you're joking.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's what I'm getting at. It's like I'm not looking at it a black and white thing neither. Like across the board, everybody just needs the same amount. Like if you force somebody,
crime is the same no matter what color you are.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, exactly. But that's what people were getting at. But I don't understand why. I think he even said in the comments, the guy who posted, he's like, "Why are you bringing up rights?" He's like, "What I'm getting at is like this kid, because he had apparent mental issues, got 180 days, and because Danny Masterson was a well-known actor, and that's either going to work for you or against you. Against you in this case,
if you're not well known enough, he's known to a certain degree. I don't think he's a powerful elite. Like Cosby is clearly at the top of the hierarchy at the time. You know, he's obviously like there's like Oprah level. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain like level of elites where they're like the cartels basically. I don't think he was that.
I tell you, this is like, and I was one of them, guilty. I remember me and every other dude that loved watching him fight when the whole Mike Tyson rape case came up was like, it's bullshit. Dude, she's lying.
He was innocent, man. I still maintain that Tyson was 1,000% innocent.
Yeah.
I don't see it, man.
Yeah.
I don't see it. He's like, I should have raped that bitch.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's an innocent guy.
But what's fucked up is that if I would see a picture of an unfamous Tyson and they're like, he raped this guy, I'd be like, probably. I mean, look at that. Unfamous, look at that animal.
And unfamous, if we didn't know anything about him, 100%. Oh, yeah.
So goddamn, it's like so. This is why it just needs to be blind justice. It just needs to be across the board, all the same thing. And it's like, listen, if you find yourself in this situation, I'm really sorry, dude, but this is what it is, and it has to be at least provable. You know?
Okay, fair enough.
The whole believe
so not
all
like
women
conjecture. Well, that's what's hurting the fucking movement, too. It's like you've cried wolf so many times, like the sky is falling, that no one believes you anymore, or it's like tarnished. Now it's like even when you hear like a Me Too or even a rape case like this, everyone goes, maybe.
Yeah.
Like there's still there's like doubt inherently laced in it now.
Exactly.
It didn't used to be that.
Yeah,
that way.
It was never like that.
But this one I believe, because you were making the point too. Like he's not what was it? He's not famous enough.
No, yeah.
Like how did you say it? You said it very well.
Dude, honestly, he's
like why you think he did it.
He was on a very, very popular show that was on 15 almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like nobody's looking at Danny Masterson like okay, this could make me famous.
That's right. Yeah.
I could write a book deal after this. I could sue.
Like he's like, if you fuck me, I'll get you.
No,
I'll open doors for you. Like, okay.
He's just not famous enough and just not rich enough to go, oh my God, he raped this girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you gotta use your common sense.
Plus he's still rocking that rapist perm.
God, why is he
still has it?
You know how he's still rocking that perm? Dude, that perm was a part of it. You know how he's still rocking that perm? It's straight up because so people look and go, oh my God, that's the guy from that Saturday show.
I bet you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my, he like became his character, so he still gets noticed. Like just the tiny bit of notoriety attached to it.
You know why he did it? He did the perm. He goes, you know why I'm keeping this, right? And everyone's like, why? Why are you keeping this? He's like, so I can get laid. That's fine. Glad that worked out for you, pal. You jackass. Yeah, give him the happy go. Yeah, jackass.
He's still in character. He's like, in the 70s, this was perfectly fine. This wasn't rape in the 70s. He's a method actor, guys. We're misinterpreting the situation. He just hasn't broke character.
Imagine he looked at the
That
show.
70s rape.
Imagine he looked at the
Jesus
show and he goes, if this was the 70s, I would have got a handshake for this.
Would have been high-fived. Yeah. Oh my God. All the madmen from Madison fucking Avenue would have been down there chest bumping him.
Back when like women in the office would wear those big pantsuits and then all the men would be sitting around going, yeah, look at that slut.
Atrocious. Look at that slut.
So bad.
She's showing shoulder. Back then, that was like side boob, was just like if the strap of the shoulder was off, they were like, what a whore.
Dude, I'm telling
you.
What
a whore.
Men are bad. And you know, it's like, it's so funny. It's like, I want to believe that kind of behavior is kind of dead, but we live in Las Vegas, dude.
It's mitigated.
And we work in a restaurant where, especially the old one where the girls used to be dressed like that. And we would have like men come in their mid-30s. These would be like lawyers and doctors and stuff like that, and they'd still be like, yeah, come on, look at them titties to our waitresses. This is like a family restaurant.
Are you serious?
At
Burger Brasserie?
They would harass these girls all the time. Like
well, they had them dressed in like corsets, right?
Exactly.
At the time, and like short shorts and all
honestly,
that.
You're also not a titty bar. Like you can't maintain, you can't control your emotions.
That's true.
To, like not treat this girl like a fucking.
This isn't Hooters.
Exactly.
It's Burger Brasserie at Paris Valley.
They'd be talking.
We make a mean brunch. It's not for this.
It's like for some reason when guys still get together, there's like an evil thing to that. I don't know why. It's looking weird, man. It's weird. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I swear to God, that's never been my MO, dude. Never. Yeah. Yeah, you know.
I'll have a regular coffee. Orders right afterward.
Give me the pommes frites and steak. Strange, dude.
So 30 years to life.
So 30 years to life. So ironically, he will be 70 when he is up for parole.
Okay. He'll still have that fucking perm somehow. Exactly. He maintains it in prison. He still wants notoriety in prison.
And shit like that. The black guys in prison are making him do scenes from the show.
It's like Tropic Thunder, where they catch Ben Stiller and then redo Simple Jack. He's like, makes my eyes rain. They're like, do the whole movie. They give him those teeth.
He goes over to like that built-in mirror that's looking in his cell. He's just crying.
His wig on the little fucking mannequin.
Sad. He's like.
And then eventually he like takes to it or whatever when they go to rescue him. He's like, I'm doing 5 shows a week. He doesn't want to leave.
Like, oh yeah. It's like, oh my agent, I have more work in this place than I've ever had. Well, dude, he hasn't done shit. He had a small cameo in what was that? Can't Hardly Wait. He had a small cameo in Can't Hardly Wait. Oh no, he had a small cameo in either that or it was before the show. He was in American Pie.
What? Wait, what was his part?
He was in the party. He was talking to one of the other guys.
Oh, so he was just like guy with beer next to door in the background.
Number 9. Balcony teenager. Balcony teenager rapist.
He's like, I'm gonna make it.
Imagine it's a rapist.
Foreshadowing. Like, he still has the perm. He's like, this is gonna be my hook. Notice this.
Watching out as rapist after the fact.
He thinks it's like Russell Brand's long hair, just his stupid fucking perm. Oh, daddy.
God. How about this? Fuck him, man. It's 30 years. You want to rape some?
Don't worry. Karma's gonna get him back, and he's gonna get raped up when he gets to prison.
Those type of things happen there. Nick, tonight we got Adesanya and Strickland.
Adesanya and Sean Strickland. They should be fighting soon, actually.
It should be on, right?
Is it? Usually the undercard starts around.
Where was it at, though? Was it East Coast?
I don't.
It might have already happened.
That's a good. I'm actually gonna look it up real quick, guys. Like, just give me a second here. But anyway, so we know that they're fighting.
Who the fuck, dude? Listen, I'm a pretty casual watcher at UFC. I thought this Strickland guy came out of nowhere, man. You know?
Well, no, he had a pretty good record going for himself until until Alex Pereira snuffed him the fuck out.
See?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, he had a really nice record going. But all right, so here's the thing. So this is the first time we're going to talk about Fight Talk, but we don't really care about the fight. Everyone knows Adesanya is probably going to win. Yeah. But what is interesting is that Sean Strickland in his trolling and his mind games leading up to the fight,
he's great,
has brought up some very interesting points.
He's funny.
Apparently, Israel, the dog whisperer Adesanya, has done some disgusting shit with some hounds.
Yeah.
Jerking them off and whatnot. So I didn't know that this was all true. Apparently, it is. Let's see what's happening. Adesanya will see because 7, blah, blah, blah. It should be happening. It starts at 7, so they're probably not fighting yet. It's probably still undercard.
Okay.
But it's on. The event is on.
Did you see the dog video out of curiosity?
No, I didn't want to.
He said he took his 2 fingers and he was just jacking the dog.
The completion.
He let him finish?
And then he bragged. Apparently, this is what I read in the article. Apparently, he fucking jacked the dog off to completion and then bragged about it in the video, like talking. Apparently, he's weird with dogs too. Like he goes to China and does this.
Weird guy.
Yeah, he's always like telling me, he's like, yeah, I'm like pro China. I don't know. He's weird. He's got his fingernails painted. He's a weird dude.
He said to look at him, he'd be African, but he's not. He said he's China. His heart is Chinese.
That's why he likes anime and all that stuff. So he has like what's not body dysmorphia. What is it when you think you're the another thing in time? You know what I'm talking about? Where you're like, oh, like I identify as whatever, fucking a Greek guy or some shit. There's a whole thing for that where it's like a misidentity. Yeah. You guys know what I'm talking about with all this new social bullshit.
Stranger, it's called stranger God complex. Or
some shit like that. You know what I'm talking about. We just don't know the exact name.
I feel like you're not where you're place. I mean, like obviously, they used to call it that for transgenderism.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. We forgot the name, whatever. All this new vocabulary, but we all know what we're talking about. So let that be enough.
Like it's just how you identify. Like for some reason, like obviously it's girl thinks she's a a boy, or boy thinks he's a girl. It used to be that, but obviously it could go to new lengths. Like it could be different ethnicity.
Yeah. Now Adesanya's Chinese.
It's really weird, like height and shit like that. Yeah. It's
weird. I identify as 6'2".
Or did you?
I'm 5'6" on a good hair day.
Did you know that there's actually a very small percentage of this population that'll cut a limb off? The phantom limb issue. Oh yeah. Where they think an arm doesn't belong to them. Like this is an arm. It's an
that's a real thing.
Yes, and they're chopping their fucking limbs off.
That's a real thing. I want the next time I bang a girl, or whatever, I'm gonna be like, I identify as a guy with a huge dick, so I'm gonna need you to moan and tell me how. I'm gonna need you to reinforce my false belief because that's what I identify as.
Yeah. Do me a favor when I'm sliding into you. Go. Oh my god, it doesn't fit. And I'll go. Sorry, I'm trying. Okay.
I identify,
and since we're all taking this serious, you need to too. You know, since I gotta see some fucking dude with a beard with huge fake titties, and I gotta go or whatever the fucking whistle is. You know what I mean? This all better work out. You know.
So Adesanya Strickland, he's like a dog pornographer or some shit like that. He's a weird guy.
Anyway, he's always been a weird guy.
Hell of a fighter.
A lot of those hentai guys, they do like the dog and the bestiality shit and stuff like that. Like honestly, man, there has never been a part of me that's like, you know what? I hope that squid fucks that shit.
That squid.
I'm like, dude, and they'll have it real weird. Like the squid's like
she's got suction cup marks all over her body.
The arm like through it, like come out of her mouth. Could you imagine?
Release the Kraken.
Can you imagine sitting there going, "Holy shit, it's coming out of her!" And like fucking blowing all over them.
It's like choking her out at the same time. 8 tentacles.
I don't know, man, but like I know that first of all, the brain for everyone's got to be different, and I don't care what anybody says. I think everybody, judged by men and women, judged by race, judged by all this. I think everybody has kind of a different way that they think and how they go about things.
Well, sure.
Japanese people are very fucking strange.
They're interesting though. They're also brilliant. Of
course, maybe that's why they're so strange, because they are so fucking brilliant.
If I resonated with any culture, it would be Japanese. With their spirituality and their understanding of things like greater truths, if you will. Like they're fucking phenomenal. And
what about their game shows and shit like that?
That is where it gets a little bit dicey. It's very weird. All their shows, by the way, it's all like just being mean and horrific to women. Yeah, it's all it is. It's all like hitting a girl in the face with like a meatloaf. Yeah. Like they all laugh at her. It's like for no reason.
Or like farting in their faces and stuff like that. Yeah.
And she's like crying. It's not even like she's like part of the gaff.
Yeah.
Like she's having a bad time and they love this shit.
For some reason, there is nothing hotter than when a Japanese...
They just bury her up to her neck and just fart in her face and like hit her with steaks and shit. They love it, dude. I don't even understand what the game is.
as a Japanese man, you want to see her get like fucking stuck with the squid arms. As a white man, there is nothing hotter than a Japanese girl crying. During the Japanese. I swear to God, there is nothing hotter than some Japanese girl with her arms like down to the side like this. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh my God. I find that shit repulsive.
It's like,
He's doing
I was a cartoon right now, and I had like a buzz cut, and I had like real muscles and like an American flag and like my thing. I go, you know what I mean? You get my penis.
Kind of, but not quite.
Japanese. Get in there on your sick.
Oh my God.
Cinnamon. I fucking love that. I fucking love that. There's nothing hotter.
Oh my God, dude.
Swear to God. The way it's my stupid Ezra as a Adesanya.
Is that how Ezra Adesanya
Yeah.
comes to this?
Dude, he's a strange dude, man. You know what though?
God, that was funny.
I like him as champ. Like that dude has a level of confidence that's like.
Well,
remember
his talent is real and his ability is real.
Just I like his confidence so much because he's such a fucking goofball, but he's so dangerous. You know what I mean?
He's so dangerous.
Like Conor McGregor, very dangerous guy, but a very straight laced dude. Likes his suits, comes around, talks good shit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But to roll out there with like green hair and a pokeball and just like doing crazy like front flips across, I love that. I love it.
It's
And
interesting.
it's
Let's not act
fun.
like it's not entertaining. It's something we've never seen before, and we love as a human species. We love novelty.
To be honest with
He's
you,
novel.
his shit talking is really good, but
all right.
No, not him.
Strickland has the chops of a WWE superstar.
Yeah, it's funny. He talks really good shit, but I am telling you, he would be so boring as a champ. He's so boring.
I think he'd be the best.
Dude, I'm looking at his highlights. There's no.
Oh, you mean in his fights?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got. From what I understand, again, not a huge. Don't quote me on this. From what I understand, though, like you said, he has a really good gas tank.
Nowhere.
No, he's been around for a. No, he's been around for a minute. We just haven't been paying attention to him. He's not a guy that's captivating to us because we like to see people get slept, basically. But like you say, he's like a Nate Diaz type. Good gas tank, pillow hands, volume puncher. It's
real bloody by the end, but goddamn if it doesn't go the distance each and every time.
The only person there's two that I really like to watch that don't have like that one punch KO power, but I think are phenomenal. And I know what you guys are going to say before I even say this because he just knocked out the Korean zombie, but Max Holloway, he's not like a one punch, he doesn't have that like Conor McGregor, if he hits you once, you're done. Yeah. And he'll like volume punch it, but he's such a beautiful fighter. The way he fights, dude, his boxing is phenomenal. Just a great.
Everything.
100%. Him and Dominic Cruz was another one I really enjoyed.
Dominic Cruz. And damn, dude,
there's another one he couldn't knock you out. Yeah. He was a savage though. That guy was something else.
Everybody's stance. Dominic Cruz's was my favorite. Like his stance, like it was just kind of like.
That he borrowed most of his style from boxing.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, boxing was one of his favorite.
Any particular boxer or
just boxing in general? So he does a whole thing on Joe Rogan's podcast like years ago.
He was dropped real low. I mean, that's really dangerous. But damn, he can back it up. He was so.
Well, when you're fast like that, it's fine. It's actually invite people. You're a counterpuncher when you do that.
So you're just baiting them in.
He was saying the same thing that I've been saying for years. At least, especially back then, he was like, of all the MMA disciplines, like I realized that no one teaches you how to fight off of the center line. Like they all come straight in and out. Yeah. He's like the only ones that at the time that weren't doing that were boxers. So he borrowed a lot of boxing footwork, a lot of boxing head movement, a lot of boxing like strikes and things like how we throw punches. Yes, lateral movement, head movement. You're starting to see a little bit more and more now, but at the time, no one was doing that shit.
He would be like way over here, hit you from like some weird side punch like this. It was just amazing.
Just that still frame shot, that classic one of Joe Frazier throwing the left hook, and Ollie is literally with his hands down all the way back, and it's just his face. That guy was one of the best, most stylish fighters ever. Yeah, him and Roy Jones Jr.
Cool.
Baby,
so cool, man.
So anyway, Sean Strickland, Ezra Adesanya, dog fucking. Next story.
It's funny. Oh, well, can I just
no, go ahead.
Can I talk? I was talking to my kid about this today. I was like,
I saw her beating you up on Facebook. By the way,
Well, when I was talking to her about 9/11, she's like, "What do you care about 9/11 so much?" I'm like, "You gotta understand, kid. Like, this was a major thing
For
in
us?
life.
Yeah.
Like grandpa and grandma, they watched Kennedy get shot on national television, and
That must have been wild.
yeah, and sit there and cry with their neighbors. I was like, you haven't had anything yet.
Not yet.
Like, yeah. Like, there's going to be something that, like 9/11, like, I'm a little kid, and I'm watching people jumping from the World
On
Trade
fire,
Center, you know what
by
I
the
mean?
way.
Yeah. Now,
Horrifying.
Exactly. We might catch, well, and how about this? How about you're so afraid of the flames that you'd rather take the leap? It's like, neither way you're going out.
Well,
That's
they say that burning to death is the most painful way to die, even though it only lasts like 13 seconds.
Yeah.
I guess that 13 seconds feels like 10,000 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd rather just be like,
You're like,
at least the air's cooling you off on the way down.
You'd
Right?
rather peaceful, and you walk into the fire, and you're like, and then you change your mind, and then jump out the window. And it's such a bad. Oh, that choice! Oh my god, that choice! It's like, dude, it's
Oh
like
my
people
God.
forget this. It's like
Yeah.
fucking terrorist.
That was
dude.
horrifying, man.
It was
Oh.
xenophobic shit. And
Oh,
those people, they fucking wounded us so deep, and there was so many different different Americans in those towers.
Oh my
It's
God.
1 second, we were so united. It was amazing. But I was telling her,
no,
this,
there was like a good 6 months almost to a year. It was like, never forget. We were all like, never forget.
and we all forgot.
Same thing with like the shooting out here, man. We were like, Vegas strong, baby.
9/12/2002. You're like, that's some new shit. That sucks, man.
Then it became social justice. That became the new big thing.
hated each other after that. Was fucking so good.
Excuse me, ma'am. She's like, sir.
Yeah.
I'm a sir. It's like 9/11 happened yesterday. Can we not? Can we still?
We were so close to being good with each other.
Oh, man.
To go wrong.
They had to unify us, divide us, if you will. Yeah.
Wondering, are you gonna be around for the next big thing? Like the next
Probably.
big thing that, yeah, we're still young enough.
Dude, we have
something
like
to-
40 years easy left to live. Like there's and things are not great. The world is not exactly harmonious.
Like Japan, like there was that tsunami in Japan, and I'm sure they like I sorry to bring up Japan again, but there was that tsunami in Japan, and to them they're probably still talking about the people that died.
That
and
shit was
stuff like
crazy.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
You know, Gilbert
Well-
Godfrey lost his job for saying shit about this stuff like that.
For real?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
He lost his Affleck deal because he made a Japanese. Meanwhile, it's fucking Gilbert Godfrey. Like, what do you expect? But my question is like, what's the next big thing that rocks America? Like,
Well, the
what-
Maui fires were pretty rough.
Sure, absolutely, but rough and it was heartbreaking.
But
Stuff like that.
you know what,
But
though?
I'm talking about something that like brings us to our knees. Like I'm
Oh,
talking about.
you mean like a devastating?
Like, I'm
We're
talking about-
all glued to the TV, like like Pearl Harbor level
yeah,
shit.
exactly,
We're like, oh my god, we're going to war.
or
Something.
like a warhead flatlining like Virginia or something.
I
like
wonder,
that,
man.
you know what I mean?
That's interesting.
But I wonder this too. How about this? It's like would those Maui fires be a much bigger deal if it was back in the day with no cell phones?
Yes.
Like, are we all moving on so fast from things?
No, I think it's I see where you're coming from. I
get
think
me?
I think absolutely it would have been a bigger deal back then because that those kinds of stories were promoted.
Yeah.
I think that it would have been as big a deal now if it got the proper coverage that it should have got.
Yeah.
But now it's just like politics stuff. Like they push that to the back. No one really talks about it. So it's being like more or less, I wouldn't say swept under the rug, but it's not getting the same coverage that a lot of other disasters have gotten, which is bizarre, by the way.
Or it gets clouded
And you
because
think-
you got Fox News going off about how Joe Biden said that he had a fire, and then you got CNN.
I was just gonna bring that
going
up.
off how Fox News is saying this, but they should be careful. And it's like, oh my god, it's like that poisonous, toxic bullshit gets mixed up and everything. And pretty soon you're looking at the channel going, well, fuck
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you've completely forgotten about
It's
what's important
strange, too.
about these Americans losing
Yes.
their lives.
Dude, you
Yeah.
have one channel, it's like the Maui fires, are decimating American lives out in Maui, blah, blah, and then it's like Obama's gay, and everyone's like,
Ooh.
just goes right to that. Like all of a sudden, the dying people of our own kin, like our own country, whatever, doesn't matter because Obama's gay today. And then every channel runs.
Because we have a different opinion of
Dude.
what should matter then.
Dude, exactly. And then every
After
fuck
this-
it.
yeah.
Go ahead, segue all day. All right, let's do it.
Okay, let me explain this, okay? Looking at Michelle Obama's probably gay. Fucking care less. That dude was smoking crack. Is that not fucking with anybody?
How is that not the bigger story?
Story?
Dude, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. He's a crackhead.
Exactly.
We're fine with gay. We don't give a shit about that.
Exactly. We voted this dude in right when he was probably smoking. He probably smoked rock that night. Like, bitch, I'm in. Fucking hitting that rock.
Yes.
Like, he's like, are you kidding me? Like, what
Yeah.
decisions?
How did that get glossed over?
What decisions did this dude make while smoking the most dangerous drug on the planet?
It's pretty crazy.
It's okay.
Yeah, and I believe that guy wholeheartedly because, like you were saying before.
You must adjust yours too.
Yeah, my left ear went out.
Yeah, I'm good.
So our new mixing board, this won't be a problem. There's a little washer.
I've seen him down there, kind of like
Every once in a while.
Doing Morse code on each other.
Sorry to break the flow.
Yeah.
There's a washer that goes in where the plug goes in, and that got loosened up, so it doesn't hold it tight enough now. So sometimes it doesn't get the right connection. Neither here nor there. But anyways, the crack thing is a bigger deal. That's the thing that matters most. So, yeah. So like we're talking about how he's gay. Like I don't even know why we're talking about. We should be like, cool, man. He should have had the first male first lady. We wouldn't have given a fuck.
Dude,
well, he came close. Michelle Obama's like right
Michelle,
there. Yeah.
Dude, I showed you the feet.
Yeah. She's a 1 degree away from being a dude.
Oh,
her feet?
Yeah, she put her feet up to Obama's.
Those raptor feet,
dude, and it was like this much bigger than Obama's foot.
And she, all right, so she has one of the deepest arches I've ever seen, and it is still long. Imagine if that foot was like flattened out.
If she like pulled it out, like stretched her
dude,
out.
like she's wearing snowshoes. That shit would have been crazy.
Dude, do you know why she did this, dude?
She's like, hey, honey, I'm going downstairs. She just skis down the fucking stairs with her bare feet, dude.
Is a mani? What's the hands, mani or pedi?
Mani.
Manicure. Okay, so she got a pedi done, right? She had a pedicure done, right? That's why she posed that picture because her toenails are purple, right? But by the way, they
is that what that was? I didn't even notice it because I was so like,
yeah, they must have used a paint roller for that fucking picture, right? So she's big. Dude, honestly, I'm not even shitting.
They mask off her foot and spray it.
Yeah,
she has a plastic
painter's tape for a fucking paint. It was so bad, dude. And I'm telling you what's nuts is, dude, that big toe, dude, honestly, that motherfucker was big. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I got light feet, dude. Like, if I put that big toe in my mouth, right? If I put that big toe in my mouth, my mouth wouldn't take off.
It's like a hockey puck. Oh my God.
That'd be so bad, dude. Like a goddamn flapjack. Like trying to put a flapjack sideways in your mouth. Dude.
It's like the first bite of a Big Mac.
I'm just thinking, like put it in your mouth. Like, how much of your mouth would that take out? It'd be a lot.
Instead of five toes, she has one giant toe with one giant toenail on it.
Like Earthworm.
Oh my God. Bro, that picture's an abomination.
Yeah, I showed you like before the show, and I'm looking.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Damn, that's a big toe.
It's ridiculous.
Like the term "big toe" does not do it justice. That's a big ass toe. It's weird, man. And this is our first lady, and they got the gall. Listen, I'm not doing the Trump like comparisons or anything. Right now I'm just talking about the first ladies, dude. They get the balls to talk shit about Ivanka. Dude, she was a bad
gorgeous.
That was the dude. And I'm talking about
like 70 languages.
More than Jackie Ophelia. Jackie Onassis, more than Jackie Onassis. That was the hottest first lady.
Hands down. Hands down. It wasn't Hillary.
Like, fuckable.
I'll tell you that.
Anything.
Dude, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. She was like mistress level hot.
Yeah.
She was like what they fuck on the side normally.
Exactly.
But she's the main one.
But she's there.
But she's the one. So he didn't even need a mistress. He's like, I just made her the number one.
He's the one.
I made her the best girl in the world.
Undercover reporter catches them in the hotel room.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like if he cheats on her, it's with a lesser woman somehow. It's like when Schwarzenegger fucked his housekeeper. That ogre dog face. You know what? Your housekeeper's a dog.
Dude, his fucking wife was just driving him nuts, and he gets home, dude. And I'm telling you right now, man, it must have looked good.
There's no doubt.
Dude,
now they get to know each other a little bit.
Dude,
they start flirting. There's taboo.
It's home, and she's just like, listen. She's like, listen. Exactly. She's like, let me take care of you, dude. And he slid that motherfucker in with no rubber. Could you imagine?
I don't like to see you so tense, Mr. Schwarzenegger.
Mr. Schwarzenegger. Yeah, she couldn't even say that. Mr. Schwarzenegger. Like, just no, like, did it. And then he turned around and right on the kitchen, on like the dining room, like stuff like that. He just starts hitting that raw. Dude, how good would that spell?
He's doing Spaceballs lines with it.
Yeah, being real, dude, like all the pressure he was under, and then fucking that horse face, white face, and just fucking nuts.
Or was she a Kennedy, right?
Yeah.
He married her for political reasons.
Kennedy too.
He married her for political reasons, so you know that wasn't like a love or even an attraction thing, probably. Yeah. So he was just like, dude, anything that's primal. She probably treated him like garbage. She probably didn't respect that he was Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Plus, if you had watched him in Pumping Iron, like his earlier life,
Yeah.
like that dude was a dog. Like he
was a
fucking-
poon hound.
Exactly,
100%.
everything. Like I remember he had that chick like on his shoulder, and he's like doing dance around and stuff like that.
Well, think about like, so number one, that guy had an animal spirit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he just had a high energy. He was
Yeah.
a very aggressive dude. He was obviously a poon hound, if you will.
Yeah.
And then you're in your prime, right? So you're in your 20s, like, or early 20s, the height of your hormonal state, right? You remember when
Yeah.
you're 20s, like,
Fucking right.
like if you saw a girl's like thigh, you were like, oh my god, like you couldn't even fucking
my
handle it.
Yeah.
And then now imagine that, and then jack that guy up with steroids to the gills.
Yeah.
And you think he's not gonna be?
And
Ugh.
not only that, like
I'm surprised he didn't have like Danny Mc whatever his name is.
Danny Masterson.
Yeah. Mick.
Steroids like the best kind. Like
Oh, yeah.
testosterone.
He was doing, like, Deca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Winstraw.
Deca. Yeah, dude. Yeah. He's just like, ugh. Just rock hard everywhere he
Yeah.
goes.
And he sees this little flower kitchen, dude, and she's like totally when she's like, come on, fuck it. He's like, yeah, okay. Fuck yeah. You know, honestly, I really do. I empathize with that. And you know what's fucked up, dude? Is like you looked at his other kids, like you looked at like the ones that he actually won, like let's say the planned kids, because I don't know if they're ever planned, but the planned kids, like, and he's
Legitimate kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got like this like semi-attractive daughter and this overweight son that's like, I want another fucking Xbox. You know, he's got the, and then he sees like this offspring of.
It looks exactly like him, but browner.
The kid didn't, dude. The kid
It
didn't
had the jaw.
Yes, he didn't do any indoor activities. The reason why he finally was like, "Is that mine?" is like the kid was like cycling to school, like with these big, beautiful muscles. She's like seeing pictures of her. It's like
Flat top.
He remembers the old nanny, and he has like this 12-year-old that looks 25, and he's like White River rafting and shit. It's like
Upstream against the curtain.
yeah, he like grabs his perfectly chiseled jaw, and he's like,
The nutcracker
"That one might be mine."
No need for a blood test.
Need for a blood.
Clearly, you are my son. It's hilarious. He's like whitewater rafting.
Dude,
He's like,
dude, honestly, dude, you knew it. But
Father, acknowledge me. He sounds exactly the same.
yeah, he's like, hey, he's Spanish, and he's like,
Why don't you love me?
hey, when they first meet each other, he's Spanish. He's like, oh, hey, he's like, hola, father.
I'm Dios mío. Oh my god.
God, that'd be so funny.
Oh my god.
Why did you leave Madre? Papacito, why did you do this to us?
Papacito.
You leave me in the street like I'm a dog.
Papacito.
Dude, and by the way, like, I see them now and they're like the best of friends. Like
That's
how-
cool though, man. I'm
Oh,
glad.
yeah.
I'm glad.
Well, it's cool if you're anybody else on the planet except for his son that's supposed to be his best friend. That kid went and got like the best shape of his life. He's like doing everything he
To
can.
get acknowledged by his father.
No, get there. I like the name.
Dios mío.
Yeah.
That shit's so
No,
funny, dude.
You were. He points at his son. He's like, "You were just made. This one was made." You get what I'm saying?
Yes, made.
We'll be back Tuesday. We're going to do a triathlon. We'll be back Tuesday.
They just run out the door together.
We go out the door at the same time and get like locked
They
in
go to the
door.
gym and they're just spotting each other, just homoerotic.
They're stuck in the door together with their muscles like
They're jockeying. No, you go first.
No, you go.
No, you go first.
So fucking
They're just chest bumping each other and shit.
Dude, this gets started.
I have no idea.
Oh, and
I don't remember.
we're so
Oh,
bad.
because she was a Kennedy dog.
Like different, like what would happen in life, like if any the next big event.
We were talking about if Donald Trump cheated on Ivanka, it'd be a lesser woman, like Schwarzenegger did with the maid. Yeah, we're still here. We're still focused. Waka, waka.
When it comes down to it, Michelle Obama most definitely has a cock. Yes.
Oh, she's got.
We
Oh,
can definitely agree on that. So listen, and honestly, again,
what are you blind?
fine.
It's
you
a
know?
cock.
Yeah.
Death to Smoochie.
Yo, yeah. It's a cock.
It's a cock and balls. It's Mr. Jiggle Daddy.
It's a-
He just keeps fighting.
It's it.
He jumps out.
One of my
What are
favorite
you
movies.
blind? I love that movie.
What a great, like, back into a movie. You just want to.
Oh, yeah.
Just a cool fucking concept. You know?
100%. I want to watch it again, actually. I haven't seen it in so many years.
Like if Barney was real evil.
Yeah, dude, yes. It's like a dark Barney.
Yeah. It's good, man.
So, yeah, guys. So,
well,
moving on.
We actually want to. Now, we used to do a segment on our show called Street Justice.
We miss it so much. We never wanted to cut this segment, by the way, and it will come back.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should do it on Rumble. Like, we should add it or whatever. I mean, I could edit it out. Yeah. Sorry, we're spitballing. But anyway, yeah. We love the segment. You guys remembered if you followed us for any length of time, we would do street. You want to set it up? Go ahead.
So Street Justice was like our first and like most solid segment that we like stuck by. It was basically, it was people getting what they deserve because not enough people get what they fucking
literally
deserve.
As the name implies.
Yes.
No cops involved. Like if someone goes to rob a gas station and he beats the shit out of that guy, Street Justice.
Just thinking, it was like, if we ever like had like, you know how like people do, like you put together like a intro for Street Justice for the skate, we could have like Alonzo, like God willing, and
that would be fantastic. Yeah. I like that.
But anyways, we love people seeing like the one. Okay, like to set it up. The last one we did was the guy. It was this dude. He was robbing his neighbor's porches, and his neighbor happened to be a Marine.
Bomb package.
Yeah, and he used to build bombs. So what he did was he triggered a small explosive device and baited the neighbor to come over, steal it, and it wound up exploding. And he got what he deserved. And what did we feel? It was great. He didn't call the cops. He just made his point.
Yeah.
Well, this one's pretty good. This is
we can't show it though. So I'm gonna quickly tell you why we can't show it. We had one, and this was one of the most beautiful street justices of all time. It's a classic video. It's like 11 years old. You can find it on YouTube, which is where we got it from, by the way. I don't know why they pulled ours off.
Exactly.
So it's this gentleman in a tracksuit, like probably in the Ukraine or Germany.
First one,
or Russia.
Ukraine,
it must have been Ukraine, something like that. You could tell that it was like in another country, or whatever. He's in his
tracksuits, low cut haircuts.
And there's these two goons in the park. So it's in the park. There's like this camera on a light, so it's an up high camera that's just catching the whole park or whatever the fuck it is. So they're walking by, him and his girlfriend arm in arm. One of the goons turns around and just smacks his girlfriend with his forearm. This guy ended up being like a high-level boxer. You can look at a boxer beats up two guys or whatever it's called, and he just starts teeing off on these guys. Wow, beautiful technique. Knocks them both down or whatever, takes his girl, walks out of the park. Wow, beautiful. So we showed it, and we were applauding the guy for defending his woman and doing the right thing and how those guys were scumbags, and somehow YouTube saw that as us promoting violence and took the video down. Broke my heart. So now we can't do street justice.
Not that good overcame evil that day.
Yeah.
No. That we're promoting, violence.
Literally every single person on earth that would watch that would be in 1,000% agreement with what this man did. It's the only thing to do, really. So anyway, that broke my heart. We'll look up the video. Oh yeah, that's what that is. Yeah.
All right, but anyways, so we had to scrap that segment. So we could only kind of like tell stories that are similar. We can't do any videos or anything.
Yeah.
But this particular one was great. So in 2020, 3 days after George Floyd died, there was a Minnesota, one of the representatives there. Her name's Shivanthi Sathanandan. She's a Muslim. So she was well in favor of defunding the police, and she made her opinion very well known all over Twitter, all through her constituents, letting them know, defund the police, get rid of them. The police have no business in Minnesota. Okay,
well, the universe has a funny way of testing people
and letting her know that you probably need some cops. How did she know that she needed cops? When she was brutally beaten and carjacked.
Shall we show the clip?
Kids, can we?
Yeah. I have it preloaded up.
Okay, yeah.
All right, we're gonna give you like a quick highlight of it. I gotta find where we were at on it, honestly. So it's not gonna take long, but we have a little bit, so you can get an idea. You can see her face; she's all beat up, and you can see what she wrote.
No, look at her pompous face when she was taking her picture, and then look at it afterwards when she understood that the world doesn't always go according to her.
So we're around here, yes.
Suffered violent attacks.
Well, first my heart goes out to Shivanthi.
She doesn't have to say that.
What she went through.
I think we're around.
Prosecute them.
It's like not
here.
Okay, here we are. All right, guys. Right around here.
George Floyd's death. But while protests and riots rocked the city of Minneapolis, state Democrats were busy echoing calls to defund and even dismantle the police. Now, one of those loud voices was Shivanthi Sathanandan, a high-ranking official within the state's Democratic Party. Just
Her
days
next photo
after
doesn't
George
look the
Floyd's
same.
death, she wrote
This should be
on
her
social
new
media,
photo
quote,
on the walls, like a
"We are
lot,
going
like
to dismantle the Minneapolis
Look at this
Police
shit.
Department." Say it with me. Dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department.
say it loud,
Idiot.
say
Sadly,
it
this
proud.
week,
Stupid.
Sathanandan
Yeah.
was violently
Little clapping.
carjacked by a group of 4 men. The attack left her with a broken leg, deep
like a
wounds,
boomerang,
and
that
bloodied
statement went
face.
out and came back and just
And
hit
it
her
all
right in the
happened in
face.
her
So,
own
right.
driveway and in front of her 2 small children. She posted this bloody selfie on social media, adding, quote, "Catch these young people who are running wild, creating chaos across our city. Hold them in custody and prosecute them, period. Look at my face. Remember me when you are thinking about supporting letting juveniles and young people out of custody to roam our streets instead of holding them accountable for their actions. Thank you to the incredible Minneapolis 4th Precinct officers."
She had to thank them personally.
Ari, such a change of heart,
Like she had the
and
sense beat out of her.
understandably,
It's like the exact opposite.
No, but here's the thing. See from me,
Zero.
The crime has been 10 times. It's 10 times worse as it was 3 years ago, and it's because people like her, because the leadership like her that wanted to go soft and everything, that wanted bail reform, that wanted to defund the police, that wanted them to just be outlawed.
Well, she was saying that because she was trying to garner political points at the time that you were getting clout for saying stupid and inane shit like
Boom,
that.
there
So
you
she
go.
was thinking about her career above humanity and above all else. And now when it's her turn to get her recompense and her comeuppance, now all of a sudden she's singing a different tune.
Yeah.
So I don't like to see bad things happen to anybody, but sometimes there is a little bit of a poetic justice in it. This is a good example. I wouldn't call this one street justice, though. I wouldn't call it street justice. This is more karma. Street justice is like when a bad guy gets thwarted by a good guy. This is bad people doing something bad to another bad person.
I think it's exactly like that.
They weren't heroes.
I think she's bad.
They weren't heroes.
Huh?
They weren't heroes. It's not like the boxer that beat the shit out of the guys that attacked his girlfriend. You see what I'm saying?
Hero's a loose term.
You see what I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You understand?
Listen, listen, Nick, I'm always going to be a piece of shit.
You want to give him a medal?
I want to give him a
It's the keys to the city.
I'm just saying, it's like people like her made it okay for these guys to do their.
She's reaping what she's sown. There's no doubt about that.
So listen, they were always pieces of shit, but she's the one who gave them the keys to the city.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
They got the door open to they're
Look,
doing what they do.
You live in Gotham, and then you outlawed Batman.
Exactly.
And then this is what happens.
There you go.
No Dark Knight's coming to save you.
Yeah, do you know what, sweetheart? God, it's like you don't need police, but if there was only like a group of men,
A force, if you will.
Force that got together and like more uniforms to let people know exactly who
And
they
patrols areas. He's trying to say it without saying it.
like strategically, like maybe more in a bad neighborhood and maybe less in a good neighborhood to like really like fluctuate.
Or maybe just certain people would do this job. We make sure we get the right ones.
You know,
Just trying to
I'm just spilling
dance it. I'm
pipe
just
dream on
spitballing.
you. Who knows? It's ridiculous.
Call me crazy.
Yeah, good for her. Good for her. Good for you.
Yeah.
Now your kids will always know what a fucking hypocrite you are. You
Yeah.
fucking retard.
Yeah, that didn't age well. That
No,
first part
it
of her
Did
stage.
did you see her in that picture to what she, Oh, listen, I'm not saying that the blood helped, but did you see that hair, that stringy hair?
Not
what
great.
Yeah.
She looked better in the second photo.
Yeah.
So messy. Hey,
bloody.
we all have our quirks. She looks like she belongs on a Japanese game show.
Okay, so covered in blood. That's where your line goes. Okay, gotcha. Understood.
You're an animal. Just keep going after you.
Nick, they're calling it the flight of the century. I was talking to you about this. This is honestly just a case of someone being horribly selfish and saying, "Bought this ticket so I can do what I want." Somebody with a horrible stomach virus who was deathly sick decided to take, what is that, like a 25-hour flight?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to
Did you
Europe. Yeah, we're going from Atlanta to Barcelona.
Yeah.
And this
Not neighbors.
God, see, those two don't border, do they, Nick?
I can't cup phone to Barcelona.
Sure, geography, but I don't think those two like share a river that splits them or anything, right? No, okay. So this asshole decided to take a flight that's going 800 miles per hour. It still takes 29 hours to get there, and he decided to go on there with a horrible spastic asshole that's just shooting out diarrhea. It's coming out of his ears, eyes, and every other orifice on his body, and he decides to get on this flight because he paid for a ticket. He could. By the way, they do refunds, right? They do refunds or like Tutu. You got it in there. Yeah, so this guy gets on there deathly sick. Everything was going fine. He must have took some Beano or something. Well, right around Virginia, it wears off, and he starts shitting all over the plane.
Literally, right?
Yeah.
Like he's like going up and down the aisle.
Barstool Sports had a video of it, and they were laying those dog like sheet
pads.
Those dog pads down, and there was diarrhea up and down the stills. And then what you caught was that it had a domino effect where people were vomiting on their seats. So as he was shitting up and down, he went up and down the aisle shitting, and then people were vomiting in their seats. So it was literally a nightmare flight. The captain of the flight turned around.
Wow.
Like a father when your kids start at McDonald's.
I swear to God.
He literally said he went up and like on airplane with the plane was like, you know what I mean?
He does the upside down flight version. The Denzel walking.
The shit
It's just raining. Oh my God. That's disgusting. Everyone's got aggressive pink eye when they get off the plane. Their eyes are all swollen shut.
So like,
People Rocky.
in trouble, but I would like you talking about the air marshal.
Yeah. Where's the air marshal?
Have to be locked up because I would start punching him. Like
The air marshal?
No, the guy shitting him.
Oh yeah.
I'd start hitting him.
But no body shots. You don't want to make it worse.
Well, see, I'd rather be covered in shit. At this point, it's like you know when those guys plotted on like the terrorists, like with the box cutters,
yes,
and that's why the flight went down over Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
because they actually fought back. I would gather a team of vigilantes, and I go, let's get him. Let's get him. Like you guys are gonna sit here for this. He's just shit on all the
Mr. Hanky over here. Let's get this guy.
There's shit everywhere. And by the way, it's like, all right, it's like you're shitting everywhere. Like, what was he wearing? A muumuu? Like, why is he able to reach such vast places?
He had just a Snuggie on and nothing else.
Leaking through his pant, like there'd be like a drip here and there. Nick, it was everywhere.
Like scooting across the aisle at the same time.
Dog,
just
something.
painting the floor with it.
Yeah.
Like a dog.
I just don't understand how shit got everywhere, but I'd get him. I'd have to get him. I'd be like, listen, I'm probably gonna get blacklisted from flights. Fine, so be it.
Brown listed.
After this brown list, yeah.
Come on. No hanging fruit.
After this, I would never want to take a flight anyway, so let's just get him. Let's get him.
I'm 100%. Yeah, dude, it's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's so embarrassing. Every time you buy a ticket or like when they check you in, there should be like a little, like something that lets you know like that's the guy that shit everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to embarrass him further. Like that guy's an asshole. You're right. Also, it's like consolidated to just go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Why wasn't he in the restroom? That's what I don't understand. There must have been some reasons here. There must be more to the story than I don't know. Like it doesn't add up. Why was he just running around shitting all over the place?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Like, and you're right. It doesn't add up. Like,
go to the restroom. Just sit on the toilet, man. I'll hold it. You stay.
Dude, honestly, give him a suitcase.
A suitcase.
Yeah. Get an overhand bag, dump one out, and let him shit.
And be like, hey, man.
And throw it in the back of the plane. Yeah. Wrap it in saran wrap.
Stuff him in it, too.
They got saran wrap for the desserts and the plates. Just like that. Wrap that shit in saran wrap and do everything good. But it's like, how did you let this man just run around shitting on everybody? Like what was he like? Like Twilight Zone? On the plane, he's just shitting everywhere.
Can you imagine just being on the plane, just be like, just smelling and choking on that shit and vomit fume?
I was telling you earlier, they have these emergency precautions for like smells, and it says vanilla. Somebody said when they started spraying the vanilla thing, then it was just vanilla and pure shit. So it made it 10 times worse.
Vanilla and shit. It didn't make it better at all.
Dude, what if
smooth that out?
What if some guys like just got up and opened up the emergency exit door? It's like flying out the door.
It's just sucking the shit out.
The guy's like, I don't care. It stinks in here. You go back to your seat, plug it in, and just wait. Your hair is just flying off your head and shit like that.
Everyone's hanging onto their seats like, and their shit's just
dude,
smacking into them.
Looking at you, and you're going like, I don't care. I would wait till the guy that's shitting himself is walking by too.
They just launch him out the door. Let the elements
hanging onto that inflatable thing.
the mattress
Shitting all over Virginia.
like a shit rocket. We're such children. We say shit like 800
This
times.
segment is going way too long.
It's hilarious. You know that skywriting?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Cursive letters. I'm sorry.
It's just raining corn.
I know that. I'm sorry. No.
Sorry.
There's just again, it's like you're right. Like we've said this already. But it's just not adding up. Like why this dude wasn't able to be contained. You know,
It makes no sense. Yeah, like put him somewhere.
Saw the footage. He was everywhere, dude. It was all over sheets.
I gotta see that footage, man.
Yeah, Barstool should release it first. I just think it's hilarious. And it's like for some reason, Doodoo will always like
They take him
draw
out.
a crowd. It really will.
You know, remember slip and slides?
Yeah.
You could do that shit down the aisle in that airplane with his
Dude, it was
his
that bad.
layer of just like
There-
just sliding down that.
And it's funny
There's a
'cause
crocodile at the end.
when they were showing, some person was walking through the plane and like videotaping it, and what was funny was it's like there was like still like luggage and shirts, like and they're like they finally landed. Motherfuckers were running off the plane.
Did they take him off on a stretcher? Like, did this guy almost die from shitting?
Dude, honestly, could you imagine that?
He's like, I'm
It's
sorry. He's just like
there's no,
wheeling him out.
not that somebody who would do that has any, but there's no shame anymore. Like, imagine he did get off the plane with a stretcher and like you're wheeling by. First of all, you fucked everybody's vacation, right?
The worst way, by the way.
Going home or you're going to Barcelona for vacation, but you've now fucked that up for everybody. And you're walking by and you're just sitting there with a smile on your face, like, just you guys are rolling by. But yeah, blacklisted, straight
Eating a-
blacklisted. Burrito, something that makes his stomach bad. Hey, what if it was by the time you reach Virginia from Atlanta? I mean, you got like. What if they fed him and he got sick from the plane?
Oh my God.
Like that. And they're at
Ooh, I
fault.
wonder. I'm gonna. I normally wouldn't do this when I'm super curious. Now I'm gonna do a deep dive on this story. I want to know if like more details have emerged. When did this happen?
About a week ago.
Oh, it's okay. So
It's
the whole
fresh.
thing should be out.
It's fresh.
Is it?
Again, I don't know all the steak on it. It's fresh.
It's fresh. It's still
Yeah.
moist.
Yeah. Question is though, it's like what's funny is like planes either serve chicken or fish.
Yeah.
And that is two very touchy subjects because you could get really sick.
That's
from
true, man. Either one, if they're not
Why,
cooked
bro?
just so.
Like, why not? I don't know. Like, burgers are about burger meat's about the same price. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, why
But-
not serve some type of beef dish?
You could eat like raw beef, and you might get a
Sure.
little fucked up, but you're not gonna die like
Yeah.
fish or chicken.
Like, deathly sick, like how
Yeah.
chicken or fish does. I don't know why. I don't understand why
I
those
can-
were the quintessential choices for like airlines to choose. Like, well, why don't we have a chicken dinner or a fish dinner?
Yeah.
So the shit tastes the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But,
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Like, it tastes like shit.
yeah. Tastes like shit. That's terrible.
What else we got, buddy?
You want to keep it rolling?
Yeah, man, I'm having a good time. Dude, we missed this, by the way.
Yeah,
And we're so excited to put out a high quality episode again. We know that the last few have been touch and go. There was a lot of troubleshooting, as we said before. Again, sorry about that, but this is just what it takes, guys. Yeah.
Look at the
Look what it led to.
Like behind us. Like we used to cover up a small little portion of this wall. We bring the camera real close, just have us in the
Yes. Yeah, man. Yeah. Now we got the whole wall. Again, like we're going to have like 4 mics. We have 4 chairs. It's going to be beautiful. Never mind. Neither here nor there.
I want to talk to you about the Flash.
Okay. All right. You've been wanting to bring this up. I want to hear.
Kid Urza
No.
Miller.
But I want to hear your take.
Okay.
Because you know more about him than I do. I only know that he got in trouble for being a scumbag. I don't know exactly what he did. What did
Okay.
can you give me the whole?
All right, you want the story of it? All right, so he meets
Yeah,
this
bullet
Native
points.
American chick. All right, first of all, the dude's wild. Like, oh my god, like big what? That's what I'm saying. Like, all right, we've listened a million times. If you guys been with us, we've talked about this a million times about like separating the artist from the art. Separating.
Oh yeah, we're big
The
on
dude
that.
is a wonderful actor. He's amazing. He's funny. He's amazing
He's
in his
extremely
movies. He's
talented.
great. He's extremely talented. Well, anyways, he's also a very wild dude outside. He's really flamboyant. He's gay. He does all sorts of wild shit. Like, dude likes to party like crazy. And I don't know, man. They kind of hold his feet to the fire for this. Like, he broke into some house. Like, first of all, he doesn't need it. He's a multimillionaire 10 times over. I mean, like he got in Marvel when it's Marvel. No, sorry, DC.
DC.
He got in DC when DC was just like kicking up big dust. You know,
Right.
like with the event or the Justice League and stuff like that.
Right.
So I mean, the kid has money, but he likes to fuck around. He likes to have fun, just like Robert Downey Jr. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. woke up in some child's bed in the 90s, and everybody forgives him. I mean, you know, he's a wild dude. He was wild, like the party.
He's a heroin addict.
Yeah, I mean, he was cool.
Yeah.
That's what
man.
made it, right? Well, Ezra Miller's the same way. I guess he broke into some house in some beautiful, like Nantucket Island or something.
Probably just gacked out of his mind.
Yeah. So what?
He's as fast as a flash. He's on speed.
You know, he's the one who was at risk. You know, like some dude woke up and some musket from like some like $9 million musket. Some dude shoots him with her.
You better get out of here.
He's like loading a black bar, something like that.
In 5 minutes, you're gonna be sorry.
Then another one.
Wait, so he broke into the guy's house and didn't take anything? Like
he still booze. He still booze from some house.
Well, he was rich.
All right, look, man. I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying.
No. I'm just trying to understand, like he was already rich, so he must get some other thrill out of this. It can't be about. There's something he's feeding there.
He's wild and he's crazy and he likes to do bad shit.
Well, it's like, you know, like it's like super wealthy people that like shoplift just because they like the feeling of the power, like that little like. There's like I don't know. There's some kind of like buzz you get off of it. There you go.
Schumer and that other chick from
Winona Ryder. Yeah, man. Yeah,
they both like to steal, just to, you know.
Yeah, there's just something like a taboo. I don't know. There's an element to it that like feeds you in some way.
Dude, you know what's funny though? Could you imagine
if he's dressed like the Flash?
Could you imagine you just got your ass kicked by loss preventions for stealing like baby diapers and like food for the week?
You didn't have a kid?
Yeah, you could. No. Just think that's right. Like you actually do. Like you got a newborn screaming at home. You can't get a job because of your record and stuff like that. And you got your ass kicked by loss preventions, and you're sitting there and you like got ice on your side of your head because your fucking brain is like killing you from that beat. And you just like, and you see Winona Ryder going, I don't know, just do it for the high.
Oh my god! I would just attack her. I would bum rush her. I would bum rush her, dude. 100%. Oh my god! And then after you leave the store, you have to steal his steak to put on your swollen eyeball.
Like the lengths that you would go through to not steal anymore, just to be okay for your family.
Wouldn't know that.
I get a buzz out of it. You know? But anyways, what were we talking about?
Ezra Miller.
Okay, so he likes to do bad shit. So he did that, right? So whatever. And then
did he ever do anything violent?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
Okay, so then the second thing, I'm going to more and more worse.
Okay.
So there's three of them where people were like, okay, this guy's fucking nuts, right? So the second one was he was in some grocery store and he was either arguing or talking to some girl, and I think she might have been a fan or something like that. She might have said some like off-color shit, or he might have said some off. Who knows? I don't know how the conversation went down, but I guess he's like, oh yeah, and he just started fucking attacking this bitch. But
verbally?
Yeah, no, physically.
Oh, he started beating the shit out of her?
Beating up some chick. Here's the thing though, all right? Now he shouldn't, obviously, but I've seen a lot of gay guys that think that it's okay if they hit girls. It's never okay.
No.
But I've seen a lot of gay guys where they get this twisted.
Why would they think that? It's like you have twice the strength. Your bone density's way higher. It's like,
you've seen a gay guy whip a girl's ass?
No.
You've never seen that?
No.
There's this kid, Ryan Miller, in Brindley, and he was this big gay black kid. He beat the fuck out of a girl, and we all stood there with our backpacks just watching it.
Really?
Like, so yeah, because
it must have been so easy. For him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you just ragdolling her.
Dude, and by the way, Ryan Miller's a big black dude.
Oh, so he could beat up dudes easy.
Like it was funny though, because like, you know, like the girl like didn't have like any reservation, like she's all in his face and shit like that, and he just started like throwing these like huge haymakers, just bam.
Oh, he was mollywopping her.
And then like at the end of it, he's like crying. Just,
thank God.
And the look on her face, right? Like, and like we're, by the way, this is middle school, so we're laughing our asses off, right? Because you're evil in middle school.
Oh yeah,
every middle schooler is.
There's no doubt. 100. I support that. Yes.
There's animals, people, nothing. You care about nothing in middle school. You're a monster.
Well, you remember when you were young, you used to be able to watch a beheading video for breakfast like it was nothing. Now when I see one, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Well, some of us are just a little bit different. Yeah. He's like,
okay, how about this? All right. I can watch a beheading video perfectly fine, but in middle school,
I can't do it anymore.
In middle school, I would have held the fucking machete.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So that's the difference. There's tears. There's tears.
Yeah. For some reason, you just don't care about anything, any human or animal in middle school. I'm not saying that there isn't good kids. I'm just saying for some reason it felt like the majority of us belonged on an island murdering each other.
Oh, we were deviant. We were super devious. Oh yeah, when you're young, dude, you're experimenting with things. Yeah, you don't have the same compassion or empathy at all.
Yeah, like
that's true.
This story I just got to. I'm telling you that there's a large group of us watching this poor girl get beat.
Nobody had a problem with it.
They're like, oh. Like it was fun.
But Ezra Miller did this not in middle school.
Ezra Miller did this last
at the supermarket or whatever it was. Was it the supermarket?
But imagine being that indispensable. It's like bodega or something like that. But imagine being that indispensable. Dude.
Right.
Like, you beat the shit out of a girl and you still get the Flash deal, right? It's just cool.
He plays a hero the next day. The next day he plays a good guy. The irony of that.
Dude, could you imagine like there was a scene in there where he's like, well, I didn't want to hit her, and he looks at the screen and winks.
That would be hilarious.
Like because he's such a star, the director let him that. He wasn't even in the script, but the director let him do it, and he just winks and he goes like this, like Nicky. He goes.
He's like, cut. What was that?
We're trying to sell these DVDs. Please don't do this. And he goes, no.
So then the next take he doubles down.
Like LeBron James, like the coach walks up to LeBron James, like, LeBron, I need you to do this. And LeBron's like, no. And he's like, okay, no worries. Like they have that kind of power now. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
No, like for some reason he's like that's one. He's like that one's for you, Stacy, and like winks and like sends her by name,
sends her flowers at the hospital. He just trolls her after the fact.
He sends her a ticket to the red.
Oh my god!
Okay. So, all right, so that's number 2, right?
Okay.
All right,
number 2 was on the plane.
Here's where we get. Here's where we get in deep waters, right? Where the shit wasn't. Here's where we get in deep waters. Okay. So number 3 is I guess he met an underage girl.
Okay. Just in walking sexual. Around in life.
Well,
on the internet.
He met her. She was a big fan of his, and I think they started corresponding online.
Okay.
And then I think he met her in real person. But here's the thing, okay? This is where everybody gets mixed up. So when she was 18, she went and visited him, and they were like flying around. She's showing her the world. She's 18. Sure. Well, the parents came out and said he groomed her.
Oh, bullshit. They're looking for a check.
But here's the thing, honestly, listen, I'm telling you this right now. Like, 18 is 18.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry if this started before, but if I
don't think you groomed her.
If to me, grooming is taking a 12-year-old and at 14 they're running away.
Brainwashing her. He waited till she was 18.
Exactly.
Like I don't know. I mean, obviously the guy's not wired right. He's done evil stuff, but I don't see that. Yes. I don't agree with that.
But the parents came out and they made this huge deal with it. He groomed her.
Was there like transcripts and texts and shit?
Talk to her. I don't think it was anything like nefarious. I tell you.
Okay. So, all right.
But where I'm saying that last, to me, it was nothing. But the media spun it as if Ezra Miller on a manhunt. People are looking for it because they wanted the girl back for questioning.
Right. And they're trying to create something that'll get views and clicks and attention.
If he was getting arrested, they wanted him for questioning. Yeah. But he was like, "Fuck you, no."
Oh,
and so then, and it's like, fuck you. No, she's 18. Like, that's it.
Also, yeah.
Well, there you go. So however you feel about that is completely irrelevant. The girl's 18. Fuck off. That's it.
Right.
Well, that's the 3 things. And all of that shit piled up, however you want to look at it, you cannot replace that kid.
So let your mic up a little bit. Just.
Oh yeah.
Good. In my, it just sounds great.
Yeah. Oh, good. So all that shit piled up. That still wasn't going to do it. That's it. Ezra Miller is the Flash.
Right.
He is extreme talented.
So he overcame all that shit.
He overcame all that. Dude, by the way, I told you this before. The movie was so fucking good. To play and
I want to watch it, man.
I was telling you that like in the movie, he goes, he bends. I mean, he's the Flash, so he can bend time
Flash
and all that.
Exactly.
Whatever he calls it, I forgot what he calls it, but it's been in the Flash comics for years. It's like where he goes in the time continuum or whatever it is. Yeah. So anyways, like he goes back in time and he winds up running like into his 18-year-old self, like right before he gets powers. It was the funniest thing because he goes back in time and now he has his 18 years old. He played such a good 18-year-old.
Did he really?
It was so funny. Even their walks, like when they walk next to each other, like how you walk as a 30-year-old, like your body's just been beaten down and you've been gone through so much. And then as an 18-year-old, like your arms are kind of slack back, you don't care about anything.
Yeah, that's a good touch.
He kept that up the whole movie. It was
really
so good.
See, this is where he's a true artist. Like you got to hand it to him on that. What a nuanced little detail that goes a long way to giving realism to the character.
So hilarious. And then it was great because it was in this movie. Remember I told you about the Back to the Future, the Cholo thing. You know?
Oh, that was amazing. We played it.
Yeah, right. So we did that, right? So that was a kind of funny thing. Well, the reason why we even brought that up because we were both talking about how Eric Stoltz did half the movie.
Right.
Okay. In this time zone, Eric Stoltz was Marty McFly.
That's awesome. They did a little throwback to it.
Oh, dude, they did.
I can't wait to watch this movie.
By the way, dude, honestly, it's so funny because you see Michael Keaton Batman. It's no surprise now. Michael Keaton's Batman. Well, you think he's crazy. He has this long hair and his house is all dirty and his beard's all long. And you're like, oh man, so he's off his rocker. And then he starts talking and he's a genius. And you're like, oh my God, that's fucking Batman.
No shit. Dude, this is cool.
As crazy as he is,
yeah.
They ask him about time. He takes a bowl of spaghetti and he breaks down the relativity of time.
I can't wait to see this, man.
He takes these two uncooked spaghetti pieces and he says, listen, he goes, they're not going to be linear. He goes, they're not going to stack neither. And he takes a piece of spaghetti and he goes, they're going to be side by side. He goes, and they're going to be slightly different. So he's off. So he's like, some of the same things run concurrent. He goes, but there's going to be things off. And he bends the spaghetti. And then he takes the bowl of spaghetti. He goes, time isn't going to be, you're going to be straight like that. He goes, it's going to be stacked on one each other. He's like, there's going to be inevitable, similarities. He goes, but then in the end, and he takes the sauce, he goes, it's all a fucking mess. Throws this bowl of spaghetti over. Kid starts eating it. You're like, holy shit.
What a great scene.
Batman. Thank you. All of his gadgets are still old because he got out of the game. He had made Gotham so safe that he retired.
That's awesome.
That's the whole point.
What a great arc. This
amazing.
movie sounds very compelling and interesting, man.
You know who didn't like it? It's
no.
like hardcore comic book fans. To me, I get the luxury.
Nerds.
Yeah, well, dude.
Nerds.
I get the luxury of not
actually,
caring.
in the original comic in episode 37, man, he really went to blah, 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 blah.
It's like, dude, it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
It was
all right. So how many all right, so for all you fucking nerds out there that are really upset about stuff like that, even, and I grew up with comics. I have a comic collection, so I'm part nerd myself, so I could speak on these things.
Even you wouldn't care.
No,
the art of it, the fucking script.
But let me tell you this: even in all of comic books, DC, Marvel, or otherwise, and you all know that this is true. There's 900 iterations of the same story, even in the comic books. So it's like, why would this be wrong? Why is that wrong? You could remake Batman 700 times in the comics themselves and have multiple arcs.
But
but you can't. Thank you. Yeah. Imagine that they just made a new comic and it was that. That's what you're watching. So let's just get over that shit.
By the way, it was funny too. It was really funny. At one point, he didn't know he lost his powers, and you know how everybody made fun of Ezra Miller, like in the Justice League, everybody made fun of. They said that. They said that the funny thing about being the Flash is that Ezra Miller has never seen an actual human being run before because he was like this.
For real?
Yeah.
I never saw it.
If you watch Justice League, it's funny how he runs. So in the movie, they even touch on that. He gets started running. And he's like running up, and then next thing you know, he's just kind of like going around.
He looks stupid. It's hilarious.
They made fun of themselves. They made great stories.
So it's layered.
It was great. And then at the end, the only problem, and this is, I don't even know if this is a problem. It was fine to me. Again, I don't have stake in this, so I didn't really mind. They said that they had different Batmans, right? So you got Michael Keaton.
It was like a multiverse type deal, like Spider-Man.
Ben Affleck in there.
Awesome.
Right? People,
underrated Batman.
Yeah,
I love
really
Affleck as Batman.
He
was one of the best, arguably. I mean, the Christian Bale movies are the best ones, for sure. Arguably, in my opinion, Ben Affleck was the best Batman. Not Bruce Wayne. He was the best. The jaw looked great in the mask. He was in crazy shape. His voice was phenomenal. His fighting style, when the Ben Affleck Batman fighting style was better than, it was more like the animated series. Like, he's tossing people. He was like a ninja, fast. All of it. He's the best Batman. I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna say it. Well, he was the best.
Well, you were expecting another Batman to come out, and you had all of these options up in the air. You're thinking, I'm not going to ruin it for you.
No, go ahead. I'm going to watch it anyway. I love comic book stuff.
So you had all of these options in the air. So honestly, I was thinking Val Kilmer was going to get out.
Ooh. Well, he's dead.
Clooney.
Isn't Val Kilmer dead?
No.
Are you sure?
His career's dead.
No, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Val Kilmer's alive.
Dude, he's dead. Or he has like vocal cancer or something like that.
Yeah.
Clooney came out?
Clooney came out.
Val Kilmer's dead. Clooney came out. That's interesting.
Yeah, man, he's all right.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. He has like vocal cancer or something, though.
Well, he has fat face.
He definitely has that.
Yeah, I don't understand what separates human beings from getting fat to then just getting fat face?
It's weird where their heads blow up. Like Vince Vaughn has it now.
No.
Yeah, he's got the alcoholic head or whatever you call that.
From the kid from Terminator.
Wait, Connor? The dog, the son?
Yes, John Connor. Terminator 2.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but he has fat face.
What?
Yes.
I'm convinced that that's from alcoholism and like steroids, perhaps.
Be, right?
Yeah, man, you get the giant head. Look at Conor McGregor.
Oh my God, that melon.
Dude, he looks like a caricature of himself. You know,
Yeah.
you get those characters on the beach. Like that's what he looks like now.
Honestly, fat face is like the curse because it's like you're
I'm
not
gonna end up with that now that I'm
anymore.
talking shit.
No,
you just have that parade float head. You're
Dude, honestly,
just walking around.
I love you too much for that to happen.
Don't let it happen.
You.
If it's,
And,
just point it out to me.
I will put a little tag in the back of it where I drain your head before that.
I'll go to sleep in like a super tight ski mask, just like hold my head in. It's like compress it.
Not here. Fat face is the worst, dude. And especially when you've been on camera forever, because all of a sudden now you're on camera, you just have this huge noggin. You're like, what the
like mini
fuck?
driver?
Oh my God! Oh my God! He had it. He had it. Oh my God! Norm Macdonald had it.
No,
dude, he had fat face at the end. It was so bad.
Well, he went in and out with being. Yeah, he went in and out. At the very end, he looked great because he had like. I hate to say, he was like cancer fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he looked. His last special that he put out.
Yeah.
He looked fantastic for the condition that he was in. Rest in peace, Norm Macdonald, one of my all-time favorites. Love you, man. I know you can hear me.
Fucking right. What was that swelling? He got that for a while when he very first got to see that swelling happen.
He did. He had it. He was kind of like most of the way there during that special Hitler's Dog, which is a great special, but he had it then.
Yeah.
And then for a few years, he was making fun of himself on his podcast. He's like, I'm just going to get really fat.
Yeah.
And he just kept talking about how he wants to be enormous. And his face was huge. Yeah, he was like that giant Norm Macdonald. Yeah. Yeah, he's a Holocaust denier. A giant face.
Dude, that sucks, dude.
I miss Norm.
I want to make a list. The next episode, I want to make a list of all the celebrities that got fat face.
We should do a montage. Let's get the pictures.
Actually, scroll.
I will put them together.
And we'll rank them worst to best.
And I'll put like a hilarious song in the back. Yeah, we'll do that. Dude, let's do that.
Do women get fat face? I've only seen men get fat face.
I don't know. That's a good question, man. Ooh, that's a good question. It's mostly guys.
You would just end up looking like Chinese.
They just start off with fat face.
Sorry.
Even the babies, it's just a round face.
They all look like Chinese.
They all look like
Chinese babies. Everybody who gets the fat face looks like Chinese, like huge Chinese babies.
The original lollipop. Remember the ones you get from the doctor's office when you were a kid? It's just this stick with just a circle on the top of it.
Dum-dums. Or not dum-dums. Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Pops.
Not even Tootsie Pop. Remember they were just literally a circle?
The little see-through bag.
Yeah.
It was like green or red.
Yeah.
They all tasted, all the flavors tasted the same.
Yeah, they were
delicious. It was delicious.
What?
The yellow ones, the lemon. That
Delicious. And the green.
taste.
I like the green one too. Yeah, the lemon was underrated. We got on it.
Fan of orange anything.
No, most
anything-
artificial orange is trash.
Yeah, every time you get popsicles or like those were always last. Grape, you would settle for the grape, but you would eat all the cherries, all the limes, and everything. You would settle for the grapes, and then last would be like you'd sit there and look at the freezer and think, all right, I'll eat the orange.
It's the same thing even
finally
when you
get
eat
done.
Starburst. The orange and the yellows just sit there, and everything else has just been consumed.
Freezer burned
Orange sucks.
Just taking it.
The only orange related product that I ever got into, and it was when I was a kid, so even now it was Tang. But even then, is that orange or I don't even know exactly? It's just Tang, right?
That's astronaut juice, baby.
It just happened to be orange. I don't even know if it was orange flavor. Like, is it orange drink? Is that an orange
It's
drink?
a kick in the glass. It's gotta be.
Right?
What else is it?
I wish
If it's not, what the fuck?
You know how they had the Kool-Aid Man?
Yeah.
I wish Tang did like a fucked up monster version of their own, where they had like the Tang Man.
Tang's had
Orangutan.
The orangutans doing karate.
Yeah, I remember
the
that.
commercial.
Yeah, orangutan.
Dude, I remember the like for like product
You gotta
product disappointment. I remember they had that game Crossfire where like you took the little like metal balls and you like shot.
Crossfire rules,
Yeah.
bro. I used to love that game when I was a
you
kid.
did. Saw on the screen, there was like flames rolling across it. And I remember I asked for it for Christmas and
Me
they
too.
wind up getting it. And I remember it was like this little like metal ball and went across. I'm like,
It wasn't even that
it was
fast.
horrible. The kid on the he had like the kid on the screen had like the backwards hat, like the flannel, and he's like, fire! You know what I mean?
They like churched it up with like FX and all that.
Yeah.
Dude, so real quick, back to the old point. Do you remember a TV show called Whitest Kids You Know?
Yes, it was
Okay.
very good.
Do you remember the Grapist?
No,
Watch, I'll show it to you after this.
Okay.
Guys, look this, it's hilarious. So like, I was talking about the Kool-Aid Man, if they had a Tang version, it immediately sparked this old memory. So years ago I watched this shit.
Yeah.
It always stuck with me. So they're in a marketing room, right? And it's for this grape drink. And they're pitching the commercial or whatever, and the character's name is the Grapist. So he breaks into the house at night, and he's like chasing the kids through the house. He's like, "I'm gonna grape you in the mouth," and the kids are screaming, and he's running after them. They're like, "No!" He's like, "I'm gonna tie you to the radiator and grape you for decades and decades and decades," and they're horrified. And they keep pausing it, and he's like, No. He's like, "We can't run this." He's like, "Why not?" He's like, "It's the Grapist." He's like defending it. He's like, "Classic." He's like, "Tie you to the radiator?" It's a great bit. Watch
was
that
that
shit.
the first internet like sensation?
I don't
Or
know,
was,
but-
was that on TV?
Dude, I love that show, man.
Was that on the internet or TV?
I saw it on TV.
Okay, then it's TV.
I think
never mind.
I don't remember if it was FX or something like that. It was on for quite a
It
while.
was
That
like the first like internet, and I thought that might be it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
you
I-
remember that show?
I sure do. It's because you.
I shouldn't be surprised.
If I'm not
Nobody knows
mistaken-
it.
If I'm not mistaken, it was on Adult Swim. If
I think it made it there at some point because
Yeah.
it kind of circulated around for a little bit. But I just remember the intro song was always like really catchy to me. You remember it?
Yeah.
Doop a doop doop doom.
You know-
Doop a doop doom.
You know, when the first time that I seen like black guys like really like kid with themselves and like joke, like first of all, black people's comedy was the most amazing comedy. Like growing up, like Pryor, and-
Martin,
yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Everything
and all
we
that.
watched.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
But the first time that I ever seen like it like make fun of itself like really goofy was Tyler the Creator show. Or no.
That.
What was that show? They linked up with Jackass like not too long ago.
What? I don't remember. No, not familiar. Tyler the Creator.
You know?
Is it recent?
Ish. Yeah. Well, no. I mean, we're going back, dude.
Oh yeah, Jackass.
It was a black skit show.
Yeah, Jackass.
You know what I mean?
I don't remember.
No.
I'd have to watch. Was it good? Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, we're bringing up the white kid.
Yeah, we're going
was
way
a
back,
skit
too.
show. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, sketch-
like
sketch
Jackass
comedy.
kicked it all off. You know
Jackass
what I
was a
mean?
whole different animal though. Like sketch comedy was pre-written bits.
Yeah.
They would come up with bullet point concepts, but all that was freeform. None of that was scripted.
Do you know how Johnny Knoxville got his start with Jackass?
No.
Because like a couple, like first of all, it started off with CKY.
Yeah.
And then MTV pitched them a so they got the CKY guys, right, who were making this, who had a big buzz in New Jersey because of Bam.
Oh, so they were okay.
Jack
So
Rack.
they were pre-Knoxville.
Yes.
I thought
Yes.
Knoxville was like the head of it all.
No. CKY started off. And
I remember
CKY.
CKY.
Then they pitched a show, and then the reason why Johnny Knoxville got, because he had an internet video that went viral where he got shot, tased, and something else in the same day. He ran against a gun and he got shot. Like
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevlar vest or something. He didn't just get shot.
Yeah. So he took a bullet, and then he took another one, and then he got stabbed, something like that. And he was like running like with the American flag and stuff like that. So then they got him, and then they got Steve-O, who was doing stunt videos in Florida.
No
And
shit.
That's how all these guys met. They linked all these guys up. They got the craziest bastards that had like an underground
Following,
like,
if you will, like,
exactly,
cult following.
Exactly. And he got all these guys together. They put them in a room. They said, "We're gonna
Phenomenal.
do this show." Johnny Knoxville was just the star. I mean,
No shit. Well, he ended up ascending to like
Dude, he had
the
balls.
leader or whatever.
Didn't he have balls back bigger than anybody's?
I think
He was
they
such a
all were
monster.
pretty-
Yeah, but Knoxville was another animal.
He was
dude.
crazy.
Like.
So was Bam.
Yo, of course, and Steve-O, of course.
Bam
but
cried
I mean,
a lot though. I
the
don't.
one-
Chris Pontius.
The one who put his body through the most though was Knoxville. Dude. Like
I
getting
would
shot-
have to agree with that.
Getting shot
Yeah,
out
no,
of cannons.
fair
and stuff,
enough.
That was insane.
Fair enough, dude. I'd have to agree with that.
Like everything they
Yeah.
said no to, he'd be like, "All right, I'll do it."
Yeah.
That's like that's it. That's all. Yeah, it's fucking.
Knoxville was hilarious, man.
He's unreal, man.
I didn't know that's how that got started, though.
He's like a good-looking guy and can act too.
Talented dude.
Damn.
I remember when Walking Tall came out with The Rock and they were interviewing The Rock.
First movie that I ever saw like in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
they're like, what's it like working with Knoxville, whatever? He's like, I like him. He's like, his friends are a little weird though. He just came and ate the eyebrow and shit. He's like,
he cut him on. He got a wound on the set, and he said like Johnny Knoxville's like so used to it, and he was like bleeding like bad, and he said,
care.
and yeah, well, he said like The Rock was like the first person that was like injury. You know what I mean?
Are you serious?
WWE, like you see men really get hurt.
Yeah.
So he was kind of expecting like the Rock to like whoa, like because he's like it's his actors.
Oh, I get it. So he wasn't shocked because he's
He shook it all.
He's
like,
also used to injuries.
Knife is like we got an injury. And
that was
like,
it.
He didn't care. And he's like almost like Johnny Knoxville, like almost like hey thanks.
He's like smoking a cigarette, dude.
Just totally normal,
casual.
You know. Eric Andre just quit his show because of Johnny Knoxville was pranking him too much.
Are you serious?
He Eric Andre said that it was like going to hell, going to work. He said he didn't know what like if he was going to sit in his chair, it was going to catch on fire, or he was going to get electrocuted.
So he became like almost like paranoid.
He got so paranoid. He said he really wanted to get him back, so he took a taser. I got footage of this. He took a taser and he was shocking Knoxville under the chair, and he didn't know Knoxville had a cattle prod in his pant leg and pulled it out and hit him with the cattle prod.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's like the kind of feud that would like lead to like a fight to the death.
He quit.
Yeah, I'd have lost my mind.
I mean, Eric Andre's nuts too, but Eric Andre's like, I can't do it.
Yeah, but he's a different level of nuts. You can't just Knoxville just can't be out there just doing that to civilians.
I'm getting it.
Oh my God.
And nuts.
Cattle prodded him.
He cattle prodded him. He chased him around the studio and he cattle prodded him. Why? Because after everything that Knoxville's been through, he says that his taser, it didn't even affect him.
He's like, I feel that.
No, he ran.
My first beer.
It's true. He ran through it and was like,
Knoxville's crazy, bro.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna out crazy Johnny Knoxville. Honestly, the best thing you could do would be like go into his trailer like before the show's like listen, like I don't mean to be a bitch, but you gotta stop. Like I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Like I'm bucking. Like I'm
like, hey man, like I'm gonna quit the show if you don't like tone it down a little bit. Like this isn't. I can't do this.
He quit,
but he probably never told him he was going to.
He told him.
Oh, he did.
And then he still persisted on doing this thing.
What?
Then he quit for good. That's true. That's why that
oh my
what is
God.
it called? Practical Joke. Like remember Practical Jokers? It was kind of the same formula.
Yeah.
That's why their Practical Joke show didn't last 2 seasons.
Right.
It quit. It had good numbers. It had okay numbers.
Because I just can't.
I can't do it.
Well, even the Jackass guys, you always hear them when they get interviewed. They talk about it. They talk about. They're like, dude, there was times where I was like, I wanted to just give up. Like, there was times where I would just cry.
Like poor wee man.
They were beat up, dude.
I used to on every movie. There's a video of one of them like breaking down, like that fight with Bam. Like remember?
Oh yeah.
Remember he went over to do the punches and they just started swinging and he was bare knuckling and just punching that dude in the face. Aaron. Yeah. By the way. Aaron.
He lost teeth in one of the skits.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Like I never thought he got the respect that he did.
No, he didn't. I liked him, man.
He
was the taller, skinnier one, right?
Yeah, with the mohawk.
He did the pube face terrorist bit.
You know what they did?
Right?
Yeah, they bullied him.
Yeah, they did. But he was I liked him.
He was amazing. He was down.
And then it was sad when Ryan Dunn died, though. Now we're just getting like a Jackass throwback conversation. But yeah,
sad, yeah.
You guys remember. R.I.P. Ryan Dunn.
Listen, if we went any further on that, we were going to have to start talking about Bam, and I don't even want to.
No, let's not go there. Talking about the bloated fucking monster head.
Exactly.
Oh my God. He has. He looks like Cookie Monster, dude.
I swear to what I just seen.
He's just drinking. He's kind of like Captain Jack Sparrow a little bit. Like he's just messed up.
Bloated red face. Because, oh, God, it was sad.
Speaking of Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp has the giant swollen head now.
He does.
What happened?
You're good at this.
I hope that. I didn't realize I was good at it until we started talking about it, man.
Think of anyone. Just Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer kicked it up, but I knew he had fat.
Oh my
face.
God. Dude, please, God. Jesus, like, just don't give me the giant head, man. Not fat head.
We always ask this, if we get some numbers on this, because we're back, baby, and we're doing.
Oh, we're gonna come back strong.
Guys put celebrities that got fat face. In
dude, can you guys throw some in the comments? We really enjoy this. We're sick bastards.
Love that.
Yeah.
Like that. So please, if you could, dude, let's
wrap it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that last story, but I don't want to get political.
No, fuck it. That was an auxiliary story, anyways. We're on a good vibe too. So, all right, guys. So we're back, man. We're coming back strong again. We have some more updates coming up. Also, the Kevin interview is going to happen as well. So, if you're into murder mysteries, if you want to hear a great story, they're doing an HBO documentary on it. It's going to be released next year. Apparently, it's a very wild ride. We have a gentleman who was on Ground Zero, was connected to this deeply and intimately. So, it's going to be a good 2-3 hour episode. We're just waiting for the new mixing board so we can get the right audio quality. We don't want to bring you a quality interview like this and it not be up to par. So in the meantime, we're going to be doing classic episodes, a lot of good comedy, a lot of good content coming your way. Billy and I are back. We're coming strong.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Guys, wouldn't it be funny if some guy in Connecticut's like, where's the Kevin interview?
There's one dude that's just pissed. That's what's inspired us to build all this out, by the way, just so you know. We needed to get it ready for him. So, but it also it forced us to evolve. So we're very happy.
People always have like a history because
yeah,
we didn't want to just like bring him over here with our old set and stuff like that. Like, look at this now.
It's so much better, man. Again, we're very, very happy. Also, we're gonna build out the background even a little bit more, but we need to talk about it. You'll see when the curtain raises. Every time the curtain raises, it's gonna be a little bit something nice, something new. But yeah, so basically, like, we're gonna hit it strong, man. We're gonna come back and just provide some quality entertainment. So, like, please forgive us for the little lull and like the backstep, if you will. It's gonna come and go as we keep progressing. We're doing this alone. We have no one helping us, so that's what it is. So we really love what we do, and we hope that you enjoy. We hope that you appreciated this episode. We wanted to come back and give you a classic, old school episode. We did it good, right? We good? Bob, cheers me on this. Salute. Shall we do the takeout here? Mm-hmm. All right, guys, here we go. Always remember, have your conversations, not their conversations. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your community. Let's be good people again. Until next time, God bless and peace. Caca.